Hi, this is Margie Basso with Eastlink TV, and we're here today with Mayor Ron Havanis, and we're going to talk to him about a fairly new business here in Oliver, and it's called the Painted Chair. So welcome, Mayor Havanis, and I know that today you're wearing a slightly different hat. I'd like you to start talking first off about Havanis Community Services.
Sure, thank you. My wife Tara and I, for a number of years now, over 15 years, we've had an agency where we contract with the province of BC, and we work with adults with developmental disabilities and children with developmental disabilities. And we've always provided one-to-one workers and one-to-one service. And a few years ago, we opened up a day program in Keremeos for adults. And then this last year, we took, which was truly, it was Tara's vision to create this. We took this idea to Community Living BC and sold them on the idea of creating a workshop where our adults can come and work. They can do a number of things. They can learn transferable job skills, and they can also supplement their pension. They're all on disability pensions by working on products here, upcycling simple wood furniture, and we have like a boutique thrift shop, and 100% of the profit goes to the clients that we serve. So our wages were already paid, and our staff's wages were already paid. And Community Living BC was generous enough to pay for this warehouse space, its upkeep, its utilities, gives us a little bit of program money, and it gives our adults that we work with an opportunity to do some really creative and fun work. So two things, supplementing their income, transferable job skills, so that we'll hopefully get them out in the community working elsewhere. And the third thing that came, and we knew that it would be part of it, but just the community inclusion part of it has been huge. We have, community members coming through here. Everything you see here, all of the rough product that we started with has been donated. We've had to buy very little. The clothing is donated, the furniture is donated. People have been very, very generous, and they really like what we're doing here. So it's been so rewarding for us as employers, our employees, and our clients. It's been a great vision, and to see it. And now we're ready to reopen, because we only had half this space because we had the Venables Theatre chairs stored here for a year, and now we have the whole space. So we're ready to open up and get even more people down here.
And I know it has been very well received. I know the first time that I saw pieces of furniture was actually at the Grape Fest or Wine Fest in October. And I didn't realize until I came in that it's not just furniture, that you have used clothing as well. So you talked about all these things being donated. And I do have Manuel here right now. Manuel, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions, because you are one of the craftsmen. So just tell us a little bit of some of the things that you do with the furniture.
Well, I work with chairs. They come in here and paint them and sand them and varnish them.
And I know some of the pieces must be slightly challenging. We saw Bobby Venables working on one of the pieces. Very intricate work. Some of the furniture actually could be considered almost antique. A lot of crevices, a lot of detail. So what do you find the hardest with the furniture when you're sanding?
Well, it's when it's old paint, and it's kind of hard to get out of. I just get around with it and just do my best job as getting it off.
I think you've done incredible work so far, Manuel. I know that actually just earlier, Maureen Dorr was in here and we were squabbling over pieces of furniture. I think there's high demand for some of the work that comes out of some of the furniture that you're redoing with the team that works with you here as well. How often do you work here?
Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturday mornings. Yeah. Actually, without even moving the camera, Manuel has a piece right behind me here, this coffee table, right here. And this coffee table was, it's a little dated. It's probably 15 or 20 years old, and it was the blonde oak glass table. It came here in very good shape, but it just didn't fit somebody's decor. Manuel sanded this whole thing down to nothing, all on his own, restained it and revarnished it, and it's a beautiful coffee table, and it would fit into anybody's home. And it's priced really reasonable. I mean, it's $35. We know this is going to sell. At the end of the day, when this coffee table sells, the painted chair will hold back a little bit of money, probably $5 for materials, but the profit will go directly to Manuel, as with all the other pieces. The people that work on it, that's their profit. So that's huge. When I said it's rewarding on so many levels. We really sense that they're rewarded when they finish a project, and then when the project sells, and then a few weeks later they actually get paid for it, which is huge. And then also, we've had times where someone's come in and they said, I want to meet Manuel, or I want to meet Jesse, who did the chair. And we bring them down, and then they take a picture, and they go home, and they tell their friends and family that, Manuel made this for me. And so it's been very rewarding. We feel very good about it. It's brought life to our agency. And community living has really bought into it. The community has bought into it. The parents, our workers, and our clients. So we really see there's going to be huge opportunities. And just a reminder to the public, we're reopening February 15th to the public, and we're going to have coffee and cookies, that sort of thing. But we're open Wednesdays and Saturday mornings to the public from 9 till noon. At least for the foreseeable future, and it'll give us enough opportunity to make sure that the wares that we're producing, the public has an opportunity to buy them. So.
And of course, you've already showcased it at various events like Winefest. You mentioned that there was a craft fair that you went to as well.
Sure, there was a craft fair. I can't remember the name of it, but it was right before Christmas in Penticton. It was a 2-day event at the convention center, and they caught wind of what we're doing. They donated a space for us, because usually you have to buy a booth there. And our staff, a few of our staff members wanted to be there. They took some of our clients with them and a whole 2 truckloads of furniture, and we sold out. And we've been invited back next year. And we've been invited back to the Festival of the Grape, and which is a huge opportunity. Festival of the Grape, the locals have bought into it, but we had a few West Coasters that were up for the Festival of the Grape, and some of this funky furniture is exactly what they were looking for. So if you've got a used piece of furniture at home, it's funny, we get people's treasures, things that they've hung on to for 20, 30 years, and they had every intention of refinishing it, and they just know that it's just not going to happen. So they bring it in, and often, at times we'll even give them first right of refusal. Like we'll say, let's fix it up, and if you want to come back, you can rebuy it. But it's gone over very well.
Awesome. And I know, too, that you said that you have a Facebook page, so perhaps you can talk a little bit about that.
Sure. We have a Facebook page that has a huge following. I think we have a couple of hundred followers, so they're sharing it with all their friends and family. So we post something there, and there's instant responses. We are also, we're in the process of putting an office in here as well. And once we bring an internet service here, probably in the next week or so, we have one of our individuals that we're going to have them help manage our Facebook page and our social media, because it's been huge for us. So we're going to try to even get our message out even more on social media. But one of our individuals that we serve is going to be one of the administrators of that page, and we're quite excited about that. So again, there's going to be an opportunity for teaching those transferable job skills.
And how many clients do you have here in total that are working with you?
We have about 15, but it's not every day for everybody. We also, we support these individuals in the community, from shopping and making sure their bills are paid and their community inclusion. But this is part of their overall program as well. So we might have an individual that still is supported outside of this workspace, but they might come here 2 mornings a week or 3 mornings a week. So we have about 15 adults we serve, and then we have more as well, like in the lower Similkameen area as well. Our day program in Karamias, they craft jewelry. So we retail it for them over here as well. So any of the jewelry that's here that says handmade and sold, the profits go to the individuals that are Karamias Day program. So.
Wonderful premise, and I know that your hours right now are more morning to noon on the days that you mentioned. If there's somebody that is in a work type schedule, if you do like the Painted Chair Facebook page, then I'm sure you could contact them and you could leave a message at the office and just make a reference to the piece of furniture that you particularly liked, because what I've noticed on the Facebook page is you do put your more recent pieces that have been done, you immediately put it on the Facebook page, so then you could actually almost buy online by, am I right, just by leaving a number and a message and then making arrangements for coming and picking it up?
You bet. It's amazing. Again, the Facebook page, we'll put something on there. The zebra prints are very popular. We'll have a zebra chair, and within hours it's sold. But yes, there is that opportunity. There's a cell phone number on our billboard or our sign outside of our building, but it's 250-485-2500. And we'll accommodate anyone. Quite often we'll get people that have stuff that they need to donate. We have a pickup truck here, so if somebody has furniture that they wish to donate, and if it's suitable, we're looking for simple wood furniture. We're trying to avoid the particle board furniture because it's really hard to work with. One, it doesn't sand very well, and you paint it and it just goes mushy, and it's just hard to work with. So simple wood furniture that our guys can play with. The term is called upcycle, and it's to take a product that is deemed to have little value and to give it value. And it's certainly been working, and I think the timing's right.
Absolutely, and so if you want to check out more, you can definitely like their Facebook page, The Painted Chair. Also, you can contact the Havanas Community Services with the phone number that Ron had provided. I want to end off with Manuel, and Manuel, I would just want you to give some insight on some of the favorite things that you like doing here then.
Well, I like coming here Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and just work with chairs and painting them, and Ron, of course, sells them at a reasonable price.
Yeah, and you've done an incredible job. I'd like to thank you and your team, and thank you for being brave enough to come on camera to be able to let us make sure to mention and see some of the workers that are here and the clients that are just doing some very talented work here in Oliver at the Havanas Community Services. This is Margie Basso with Eastlink TV.